सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र स्त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। उद्धव गीता 14th chapter verse number 37. Page number 213. दण्डन्यासः परं दानं कामत्यागस्तपस्मृतं स्वभावविजयः शौर्यं सत्यं च समदर्शनम्. Human being can uplift himself to become a divine person by Daivi Sampat. The same human being also can go downwards by invoking his animal nature, Asuri Sampat, as we saw in Bhagavad Gita. A human being who can work to tap, to discover one's own divinity is that human being, he becomes a Manishi. These virtues, what are all Uddhava asked to know from Lord Krishna enumerating, which he heard from Bhishmacharya in Moksha Dharma of Mahabharata in Shanti Parva. All these virtues are there to Mahatmas, great people, those who are Jnanis. So by looking into those virtues and qualities of Jnanis, we also can imbibe them gradually. If we see that Puranas, all Rakshasas, they also did tapas, but their tapas here is not kamatyagaha. In this 37th verse, Lord Krishna said tapaha is kamatyagaha, but all Rakshasas, all asuras, asura svabhava people are called asuras. Asurasu ramante iti asuraha. Who are asuras? Let us remember this. who always desire to dwell in sense pleasures. Lot of money, lot of food, lot of pleasures, lot of dress, lot of comforts. Whose mind is always working for that, they are all come under Asura group. Asushu means sense pleasures. Sense organs going towards sense pleasures. Those desires who are all having, they are all called Asuras. Therefore, human beings, they are appearing in human form. If anybody is having such a type of thinking, you can desire for comfort, nothing wrong. But that is the priority in life. Comfort alone is priority in my life. Pleasures are only priority in my life means you are a Asura. That tapas did by Ravanasura also, tapas did by who? Everyone, Hiranyakaspu, Hiranyaksha, even every Asura is a great tapasvi. But they have not dropped that kama. Therefore, Lord Krishna is pointing out real tapas. What they did tapas is not real tapas. That tapas is a destructive tapas. Tapas can be used for constructive purpose also, destructive purpose also. So all asuras used these powers, tapas, etc., all powers for destruction. For destruction. Why to study about those villains? Villain characters, all are only to avoid, to drop that nature. Oh Bhagavan, let me not have such nature. So as you think, so you become. If you think about always noble people with virtues and jnanis, you are thinking, your mind also be influenced by that. Therefore, I consider this portion is very important. These values or disciplines, number of disciplines, non-stop, continuously after yama and niyamas, how many Lord Krishna are talking further? 12 yamas, 12 niyamas, 24 already we saw. Apart from that, again from 36th verse onwards, he is continuing further. Therefore, we have to dwell upon them, at least to our extent, maximum extent we have to put into practice, at least attempt, effort is required. So Bhagavan's grace and help always will be there. That's what real tapas is, kama tyaga. But none of the asuras dropped kama in spite of their tapas. We know all of them. Krishna Paramatma says kama tyagaha. So dandanyasaha parandanam. All asuras, you see, they are always punish the people. Like when invaders came to our country, Britishers or Mughals or any other foreign countries they invaded, what they did here? They punished. They punished people, they tortured people here. So that type of people's names and their swabhava, we have to understand how dangerous it is for humanity. We saw recently in Taliban, Afghanistan, what happened. They do not know what are all these values, what is dhanam, what is dandanyasa, how to avoid punishment, all this kamatyaga, they do not know. In Western culture, these are all very rare. They won't exist. Almost nil, we can say. Almost nil. Therefore, we should recognize the greatness of our culture, the values, how this culture turn the human being into a divine being. No culture can turn like that. This is the culture. If we don't recognize this, we cannot value this and we cannot imbibe also. To imbibe that, you have to, when you sow the seed, when it is sapling, it is growing, at that time itself you have to put a manure. You have to pour water, you have to put fencing, then it grow healthily. There is no much difference in human life also. As the child is born from mother's womb itself, the child has to be inculcated with a lot of values, virtues, and every moment mother and father should see the child is what type of child this child is going to become. That is the most important duty for every father and mother. That is the rich life what you can give to your children. Cultivating good values in children, molding them into a divine being, then you are the real mother, real father. That for that sake you have to do lot of sacrifice, lot of tyaga, lot of discomforts you have to face. So many things, not one or two. Therefore, these are all not just for listening or writing notes or just praising those people, those who are having. These are all Lord Krishna is telling only for our transformation, for our family members' transformation, for our kith and kin has to transfer. Then only we can have a healthy society. Further future generations they can follow, and you can see the harmony in the society, peace and shanti in the society with a beautiful, healthy citizens. Without that, you cannot expect a healthy society. So therefore, every human being is responsible, every family member is responsible for a harmonious family, home. Similarly, every citizen is responsible in the society for a healthy society. We should not ignore our responsibility. If I ignore my responsibility, I have to pay the price. You cannot escape from that. Everyone has to pay the price when they ignore that bad effects, destructive, disharmony, chaos, all everyone has to face. Therefore, we should not be the cause of that destruction. We think, how can I be cause? I have not done anything. We think like that. It is not directly you are doing any harm to the society, but indirectly ignoring these values or not imbibing in our life and in our children's life, we are indirectly causing the destruction in the society. We are indirectly causing the destruction in the society. We think that we are not doing anything. But keeping quiet also, not taking care of each family, micro level, if I don't take care of my son or daughter, their life values, what I can do for the society? We are all part of society. Every family is a part of society. Every human being is a part of society. That is, please remember all of your responsibility. Responsibility. Inculcating values in our children, grandchildren is the prime responsibility of every family member, including even sannyasis. Why they are doing this? They don't have family, but they look at this entire whole society is their family. So every human being, when we are taking something from the society, the nature, it is my job to repay it in return. Gratitude I have to show. Then you will get a lot of satisfaction, trupti. So that is why Lord Krishna is giving all are revised answers for all disciplines. Kamatyagaha tapaha, swabhava vijayaha shauryam. Normally we think shaurya means valor, some lot of strength and all, showing this valor, yuddha bhumi. Shaurya means how it is connected to us. We are not doing any war, anything, fighting anything with anyone. How is this relevant for us? So Lord Krishna knows these people will ignore. Shaurya means it is only for Kshatriya. It is only for a warrior. I am just sitting in a sofa, always eating popcorn. How can this Shauryam is relevant to me? And Lord Krishna knows human being's mind. That's why he says, Swabhava Vijayaha. No, you cannot escape. It is not connected to Kshatriya. Shaurya means not connected to only Kshatriya. It is connected to all people's Swabhava. Conquer your nature, Swabhava, your own vasanas, which are destructive. That Ashubha vasanas, all negative thinking, negative, destructive thoughts, all of them you have to change, you have to replace by Shubha vasanas. That is called Swabhava Vijayaha. Now see that Lord Krishna's meaning, how beautifully he is giving. Shauryam is real, Shauryam is that. Niyantrana on one's own Swabhava, on one's own vasanas, on one's own nature. We should not succumb to our destructive nature, negative nature, or pessimistic nature, Swabhava. I don't want that nature, even though it is there in my Swabhava, somewhere in my hidden. I want to replace it, I want to convert it into positive and constructive and healthy vasanas. So I should not go along with them. They pull me. Vasanas are so powerful, they pull me. But Vijayaha here, Swabhava Vijayaha. I have to conquer. I have to accomplish that conquest. It is called real conquest. Conquering my own Swabhava. That is called a real Shauryam. So every one of you can become a valorous person towards your own Swabhava. Okay? Then he concludes the 37th verse. Satyam cha samadarshanam. Satyam. In 29th verse, Uddhava asked, Kim tapaha kim sauryam kim satyam. In 29th verse, first line. That answer is samadarshanam. Equanimous vision. Equanimous vision, uniform vision. How you translate? Seeing everything uniformly. That means see everyone female or everyone is male uniformly. All colors are uniformly. Is it? That meaning you have to take Samadarshana means uniformly you see. If you see everything same, some eye problem that is. Therefore, Samadarshana means a very, very loaded word. This uniform vision is a loaded word. It has got very difficult to dwell upon that unless you study Shastra. You cannot understand. Satyam Sama Atma. Atma is Samam in everyone. Only bodies are different. Jati is different, Varna different, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Varna. All these are given only for our ritualistic practices purpose. But originally you see everyone, in everyone what is uniformly there? Equally, uniformly is there, that is Atma. Atma Darshanam. That is, Atma is Satyam. Shariram is Asatyam, Anrutam. Manas Asatyam, matter is Asatyam. So seeing the Atma, seeing the non-variable Atma in everything, in all variables. Bodies are variables, changing. All Nama Rupas are variables. In all variables, that existence principle, consciousness principle is uniform. That is why my definition of being is what? Who am I? That question I gave one bookmarker. Who am I? I am a human being. Being means what? B stands for Brahman. E stands for eternal. Or existence you can take. Brahman, I am, existence principle. I is infinite. B-E-I-N-G, natural consciousness principle. G for who is governing the entire Nama Rupa Prapancha. I am a being. This is my own interpretation. Don't search in dictionary. Okay, I am Brahman, who is existence, naturally sentient consciousness principle, and governing the entire Nama Rupa Prapancha by lending sentiency and existence. That is myself, being. Okay, human being. So Samadarshanam means Atma Darshanam. Sarvatra Shunichaiva Swapakecha Pandita Samadarshana. Seeing in everyone, either he is downtrodden or higher caste, lower caste, whatever, male or female, or in every species, all of them, Atma is uniform. Next, up to here we saw in the last class. Now I'll introduce the 37th verse is over, 38th verse now. Continuation of that 29th verse. Still there are some more. Satyam over, first line. Rutam is there in 29th verse, which Uddhava asked. In 29th itself, Tyagaha. What is Tyagaha? What is real Dhanam? And what is Yajnaha? What is Dakshina? All these are coming in 29th verse, which Lord Krishna is going to answer now. Rutam cha sunruta vani kavibhih parikirtita karmasva sangama shaucham tyagas sannyasa uchyate. Lord Krishna mischievous, and he is introducing which Uddhava did not ask. That is Shaucham. Uddhava did not ask in that shloka what is Shaucham. But Lord Krishna himself, as Bhishmacharya might have told, that's why he is introducing here. Now here 38th verse, first one is Rutam. Rutam means what? Rutam means, there is one meaning we saw in Taittiriya Upanishad, as Shankaracharya writes, Yatha Shastra Jnanam Rutam. Knowledge, exactly what Shastra says, if you have such knowledge, it is called Rutam. R means you have to write alphabets, vowel R you have to write, Rutam. This is vowel R. You should not write consonant R. Unfortunately, in Telugu, people they write Rishi means they write consonant R. It should not be consonant R. Even papers also, the reporters write Rishi means consonant R. Consonant Ra and Ukara. That is wrong actually. Rishi means vowel only you have to write in alphabets. Atsulu in Telugu we call. Therefore here Rutam, that vowel R. Here Adha Shastra Jnanam is one meaning. Shastra is one eye. Even Shastra never go against science. Science and Shastra both are complementary. Science is, Shastra is not contradicting science. Really speaking, Shastra is science. That is, Shastra is not separate from science. Science is, scientists, they are thinking Shastram is different, science is different. Whatever is Shastram, their science, they are talking, everything is there in the Vedas, Shastram. So, Yatha Shastra Jnanam, we take Pratyaksha Pramanam, Anumana, Upamana, all are used in science. Datas are used in the science. That is one eye. And another eye is Shastram, Shabda Pramanam, Alaukika Shabda, Vedic Shabdas. So that is second eye. Two eyes are required. Now people are thinking we are modern, we are scientific, we are having lot of reasoning and all, logic and all they are telling. If you think only science without Shastra Jnanam, it is like Shukracharya having one eye. One-eyed person like Shukracharya. Science alone I believe in. No. Science people, they are ignoring the Shastram, but Shastra people never ignore the science. See the beauty. That is what Shastra Jnanam. Shastra, whoever study, they never ignore science. They never look down upon science, even in spite of knowing the limitations of science. Adhunika, the modern science, even though it has got its limitations, we never ignore them, we never look down upon science. A Shastric person who studies Shastra, they value science equally. But you see science, those who study only science, many of them, they ignore Shastra. Because one-eyed person, that is not correct. So Yatha Shastra Jnanam is the one meaning, but Lord Krishna is giving a different meaning, totally different meaning. What is that? What is Krishna's intention of giving this different meaning? Different meaning only to refine you more further and further. Like a teacher giving test. Once the student passed in one easy test, next test what? More tougher question, more tougher practical use, then only the student will refine further and further. That is why more tougher lesson, more tougher teaching is for the sake of only students' benefit only. That is why real Vidyarthi is always ready to go further difficult lessons. Interest, curiosity has to increase. That is called real learning. Real learning is that a person, a student never be tired of, never get saturation. That's why lifelong you can be a student. That is a real joy, really speaking. Lifelong you can be a student as well as teacher also. A teacher always think, I want to be a student. Inside, their student should not die. That's what Pujya Dayananda Swamiji always says. Never allow the student in you to disappear. Continue the student in you, inside. Vidyarthi is one who is curious to learn, to know new things. It is not connected to the age. Even though you are at the age of 75, you can be a student. That means you want to learn, you want to understand, you want to know certain things. The whole subject Vedanta, you are all learning now. What age? You are all having different age. Some of you are 70s, some of you are 80s, some of you are 60s, 50s, 40s. This is not a college student age. But how curious you are all. You are all interested in learning. So in you the student is alive. In you the Vidyarthi is alive. That in whom the Vidyarthi is alive all the time, that student's joy is immense, incomparable. You cannot compare that Ananda with anything. The student should not die in us. The Vidyarthi should not die in us. That the teacher is a real great teacher. That mother, that father, any age. That is why here Lord Krishna is giving different meanings. We have to understand. What is that different meaning? Sunruta Vani. Sunruta Vani, pleasant speech, is called Rutam. Where is that meaning of Taittiriya and this meaning? Because Krishna says we have to accept Sunruta Vani. How this Sunruta Vani takes the person to divinity, it takes generally. Lord Krishna said even in Bhagavad Gita also, Sunruta Vani, 4 conditions Bhagavan said in 17th chapter. Anudvegakaram Vakyam, first condition. Non-hurting speech, Anudvegakaram Vakyam. First condition of Sunruta Vani is non wounding, non-wounding or non-hurting speech, number one. Second condition is of Sunruta Vani is Satyam, truthful. That speech must be truthful, the words must be truthful. Then third one is Priyam, whatever we speak it must be pleasant. Priyam, polite, you can take Priya means polite or gentle. It should not be rude. It should not be rude. Then fourth condition is Hitam. It must be beneficial to the speaker as well as to the listener. We should not just monotonously talk all the time. Other person is interested or not, whether it is useful for that person or not. We don't bother because there is a lot of boiling inside. I want to just vomit out all those words. Some people continuously non-stop they talk because a lot of pressure is there inside. Whether that person, these words are useful or not. We have to think and speak. And parents too, while they are talking to children, or guru talking to the students, or any person when interacting with the people, Hitam, for the well-being, beneficiary, benefit should be there. That is called Hitam, which is beneficial. These are the four conditions which keeps the Vani is Sunruta Vani. Who says all this in Kavibhihi Parikirtita? It is praised, it is glorified by Kavi. Kavi means who? Poet. We think poet. Always a Kavi is one whose thinking is so subtle, very sukshma. And if you see nature, rivers, flowers or leaves, anything, we don't get any creativity. If you see the Kavi and he sees the, you see Kalidasa Kavi, how beautifully he do varnanam of that flower or leaf or nature or clouds, everything. That Kavi, he goes, his vision is beyond the range of normal people. Normal people only gross vision. Gross vision, vision means not eye vision I am talking. Mental vision, internal vision. That is why Kavi, those who are having foresightedness, they always, Krantidarshi is called Kavi. Krantidarshi, who sees the future after 50 years, after 100 years, after 200 years, what type of society I want for 500 years, next to my kith and kin, my generations, how it should be, how my society should be, how my people should be, how the land should be. They always envisage. There are Kavis. That is why they always say Sunruta Vani. There is a beautiful verse talk about this Sunruta Vani. It is your speech, gentle speech, polite speech, beneficial speech. All this is compared to a Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu means a cow, wish-yielding cow. We know that in our Puranas it comes Kamadhenu. Now store's name also they are keeping Kamadhenu. A cow that which fulfills all your Purusharthas. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. That is called Kamadhenu. Sunruta Vak is compared to your gentle, polite, beneficial speech, non-wounding speech is compared to a Kamadhenu. In this sloka, different sloka, I am just quoting that. Kamam dugdhe viprakarshyatya lakshmi. First line. Kamam dugdhe. That means Sunruta Vani, your speech, gentle speech, polite speech is like a Kamadhenu. Kamam dugdhe. It milks. What it gives? It milks you all Purusharthas. Kamam dugdhe. Kama means what? Whatever you desire. Well, your wish. Viprakarshyatya Lakshmi. Once you have Sunruta Vak, Amangalam goes away. Amangalam goes away. Viprakarshyat alakshmim. Alakshmi means Amangalam. Amangalam will go away if your speech is gentle, beneficial, polite, everything. The next line, Kirtim Sute Durhrudo Yadhi Nasti. Kirtim Sute, your speech, Sunruta Vak is that which converts your enemies also as friends. Your enemies also can become friends when you know how to speak pleasantly. Durhurdo yahi nasti. Then third line, Shuddham Shantam Mataram Mangalanam. Pure speech, Shuddham, pure. Shantam, it is gentle. Mataram Mangalanam. This Kamadhenu is like a mother. It's like a mother. Mataram, mother of what? All auspiciousness. Mangalanam. Dhenum dhira sunruta vachamahuhu. Dhiraha, wise people, ahuhu. What? This gentle speech, polite speech, non-hurting speech, beneficial speech is sunruta vak is dhenuhu. Dhenum iti. They say that is like a wish-yielding cow. What a beautiful shloka, you see this. I hope this is written by Kalidasa in one of his kavyams. Either Raghuvamsha or Shakuntalam, we do not know. But how beautiful shloka. Kirtim Sute, it gives you fame also. Kirtim Sute Durhudo Hyahi Nasti Shuddham Shantam Mataram Mangalanam Dhenum Dhira Sunruta Vacha Mahuhu. Now Krishna says Kavibhihi Parikirtita, who is having subtle intellect, subtle mind. Next, the whole first line is meant for Rutam, Sunruta Vani, Kavibihi Parikirtita. Here Kavi means Jnanis. The next line, Karmasu Asangamaha Shaucham. This is what Uddhava didn't ask, but Lord Krishna is going to talk about Tyaga, that is original sannyasa, ashrama sannyasa, mukhya sannyasa. Therefore, he is talking about Shaucham is also a type of Grihastha. Grihastha can have Gauna sannyasa. What is Gauna sannyasa? Every Grihastha, all students maximum, all of you are Grihasthas, householders. Householder also can be called as sannyasi, like Janaka Maharaja. You are all like Janaka Maharaja, like Maitreyi, Gargi, all they are in the world and with interactions, they are all in the high level. Like that, here, Karmasu Asangamaha. A Grihastha who is in the family, children, taking care of all members, responsibilities are there. At the same time, he can be as a sannyasi, as a Gauna sannyasi. How? Karmasu asangamaha, without having any attachment towards the results of actions. Towards actions also and towards results of actions also. Especially when a Gauna sannyasa is that Padmapatra Ivambhasa, Lord Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Padmapatra Ivambhasa, like a lotus leaf, water on the lotus leaf. Lotus leaf, it will not touched by that. On the other hand, it is so like a crystal it is. And a lot of brightness and a lot of, it is shining, That shining, how that water has got? Because it is on the leaf. Similarly, Grihastha, who is in the family, in spite of that, that family is not in him or her. He is in the family or she is in the family, children, family members, everyone, but family is not in him or her. That is called karmasu asangamaha. That is real purity. That is real purity. Shaucham, beautiful definition Lord Krishna gives. That is why more you become doing karma means you become extroverted. While doing karmas, you need not become extroverted. As you are doing karma also, you can be introverted when you are detached with that internally. Possible. If not possible, how Krishna can say that? Asangamaha. Whatever is impossible, Krishna never say. Therefore, whatever Krishna said must be possible. Maybe difficult, but it is not impossible. That is why you look into the Krishna's words with love and more devotion. It is simple to follow, simple to practice. I don't think so it is so difficult if you have love for that values. This is called, even though action makes a person extroverted, but that person is not having any attachment towards that. That person can be safely lead a happy life without. That is called shaucha. That means you will not be afflicted by raga, dvesha, in spite of doing your duties. Your mind always maintains that purity, shaucha, in spite of that. Therefore, Shastra never consider Grihastha is an obstacle. Grihastha is not good. Shastra never say. Sannyasis are very rare, here and there, somewhere some of them are there. But almost all people, Grihasthas. Therefore, Grihasthas only Lord Krishna always gives importance, and Shastra also gives importance. Okay. Sannyasi mind is required. This is Gauna Sannyasa. This is Shaucha. That person, that Grihastha is very pure Grihastha. Pure. Very pure, like crystal. Then what is real sannyasa? Tyagaha. Giving up of Vedic rituals. In Varnashrama Dharma also, when I was talking sannyasa ashrama, we saw this elaborately. Tyagaha means sannyasaha uchyate. Real ritualistically dropping the upavita, agnopavitam, tuft, all rituals, giving up everything and taking monastic life, ashrama sannyasa. That is called mukhya sannyasa, monastic life like a monk, sannyasi. So that is one type of sannyasa. Now between these two, what is preferable, best for all people, good for all people? This Gauna sannyasa is ideal. Mukhya sannyasa is rarely suggested for very, very few, very selected people. It's not for all people. So Gauna sannyasa is the best. What we require for Jnana Yoga? Not only monastic life, not external kashayam, external akar ropes, external sannyasa. That is only for sadhana, for study, for more towards that. That is different. But everyone can get jnanam. Grihastha also in Gauna sannyasa, also Grihastha sannyasi, internal sannyasa we recommend, and that is most important than monastic life. For Jnana Yoga, Gauna sannyasi also can get, no doubt in that. Who is example? Janaka Maharaja, Ashwapati Maharaja, Yajnavalkya, many of them are there. Okay, this is about Shaucham. Over. Then sannyasa also over. Tyagaha is also over. That is renunciation. Karmendriya, manas, everything control, disciplined, real sannyasa. So next one, next shloka, 39th shloka, I will introduce. page number 214, 39th verse, continuation of Uddhava's questions, which are coming again in the 29th verse itself. 29th verse, after Kamatyagaha, Saucham over, and Kim Dhanam Ishtam. For that, Lord Krishna answering now. Dharmam ishtam dhanam nrunam yajnoham bhagavattamah dakshina jnana sandeshah pranayamah param balam. All this yajna, pranayama, and this dakshina, all are familiar. But Lord Krishna's answer is not familiar for us. That is a new answer. Therefore, this portion is a very important portion. What are Uddhava asked in 29th verse, Ishtam dhanam kim? Kaha tyagaha over. Then ishtam dhanam kim? What is the desirable wealth? That means there is undesirable wealth also. Ishtam dhanam means what is the desirable wealth? That means as good as saying what is undesirable wealth should not possess. Uddhava want to have that wealth which is desirable, very good. That means which gives peace, ityarthaha. Peace. Comfort, wealth gives comfort also. Lot of comforts it gives. Money gives a lot of comforts. We know very well. But does that money, wealth, is giving real peace? Anvaya Vitreka. Dhanam sattve Shanti Sattvam, you can say. Dhana Sattve Shanti Sattvam. Dhana Abhave Shanti Abhavaha. You cannot say. There are many people, Dhanam is there, there is no Shanti. Comforts are there, but there is no Shanti. So Dhanam and Shanti, you cannot compare. Where is Dhanam only, you can live happily, peacefully. No, all rich people are not happy or peaceful. Instead of using the word happy, peace, Shanti. Shantamu leka, Saukyamu ledu. Saukyam and comforts, wealth, that Sukham, comfort won't come without Shanti, without peace. Therefore, wealth can make your peace into pieces. Therefore, what type of wealth you require? Ishtam dhanam kim? When Uddhava asked, Lord Krishna says, dharmam ishtam dhanam nrunam. Dharmam means values, ethics, morals of life. That is the ishtam dhanam. Jnana dhanam. Real dhanam is jnanam. Vidyadhanam sarvadhanat pradhanam. Very beautiful saying. Vidyadhanam. Knowledge is called real wealth. That dhanam, first meaning is moral. Values, ethics, you can say dharmam. Another meaning of dharmam is jnanam. That is internal wealth. Internal wealth. So internal wealth alone buy peace. External wealth cannot give you peace. It may give comfort. There are a lot of saying what money can buy, what money cannot buy. No, there is a lot of things. Money can buy a bed, money cannot buy sleep, money can buy a book, money cannot give knowledge. Like that, you know, all of you. There are a lot of lines like that they write. What money can give, what money cannot give. Therefore, Dharmam ishtam dhanam. Nrunam, for whom? For human beings. Animals never go against any, they never go against moral ethics and all, because they are all programmed. No animal hurt other animal because of jealousy, because of comparison, because of power mongering and all. No animal hurt other animal. No animal kill other human beings or any other animal. They never do that. Human beings only kill the elephants for their tusks. Human beings only kill the tigers for their teeth. Human beings only kill other black deer. One film actor, he went for hunting, and the black deer, that which has got dots, that type of very rare, that is people, they, because of that desire, they hurt animals, they kill animals. So this type of nature only human beings are having, and animals never have any jealousy or any sort of likes and dislikes. They have only the programmed life. They are one way animals are very good actually. One way they are all one way, all the way they are good only power. Human beings can go this side or that side also. Both are possible. That is why all values, Dharma Shastra is for whom? Not for animals, only for human beings. Because animals never violate. Human beings only violate. Therefore, human beings' real wealth is only dharma. Dharma jignasa to Brahma jignasa. Whole Mimamsa Shastra talk about dharma jignasa. Dharma, all rituals meant for what? To convert you into a noble person. That is dharma, moral values, ethics, etc. That dhanam is real dhanam. You choose better which dhanam. Comfort giving wealth you want to choose, or you want to choose the peace giving wealth. Between these two, choice comes, which one you have to choose. Intelligent person choose what? Peace giving wealth. If you earn money in dharmic way, morally, ethical rules, if you follow and earn money, that money gives peace. Suppose a person want to become a rich person, more and more, by violating values, ethics, everything, can he be peaceful? Can he be happy or she be happy with that money, with that wealth? Never. Impossible. There is some pricking, subconscious level. There is some pricking always, Atma Sakshi always, pricking that person. He can never be happy. That is why once you lose that peace, you can never get it. Why to study these values, ethics and all? To lead a peaceful life. In future life must be peaceful. Without that you can never be peaceful. What? Without that dharma. Next one. Yajnaha aham bhagavattamaha. Uddhava asked, what is yajnam? Kaha yajnaha? For that Lord Krishna said, I, the Lord, creator of this earth, is the yajnaha. In Vishnu Sahasranama, Acharya, it's yajno vai Vishnuhu. That yajna word comes often in Vishnu Sahasranama. One sloka fully, yajna comes. There Acharya writes yajno vai Vishnuhu. It's a mantra. Bhagavan, yajna, both are not different. So Lord Krishna meant here Bhagavattamaha. Means I, the greatest Lord, am a yajnaha. What it means? Whatever you do, any action, wherever, whenever, that action is convert that action into yajna. Life is worship. Convert that action into yajna. Yajna means not only yagam, homa kundam, fire is not required. Your every action, if you involve Bhagavan in that, you remember God in your action, that action will be called as yajna. Who says? Lord Krishna says. Every action is an yajna. When you remember the Lord, when the Lord is involved there, you do with prayerful attitude that action, even any action, mundane action, worldly action also you can convert into yajna because of your bhavana, because of your attitude. That much power is there. Human being, mind has got that power. That I have to recognize. Sankalpa. This is called Aham Bhagavatamaha, alone is Yajnaha, He Uddhava. Then next word is Dakshina. What is Dakshina? Ka Dakshina. That comes in 29th last word. Here Lord Krishna answering in 39th verse. Dakshina cha Gnana Sandeshaha. He Uddhava. Dakshina means normally giving dakshina after yaga, yajna, or any priest comes, we give some dakshina. That without giving dakshina, yaga is vikala yaga. Vikala yaga means defective yaga. Any ritual you do without giving dakshina to a priest, giving dakshina and giving exact amount what he deserves, we have to give. Many people, they bargain. Even nowadays you see, any function comes, any festival or puja comes, they are putting some recorded, even Varalakshmi Vratam recorded mantras. Nadaswaram, they put only recorded one. They are not calling priest at all. Even Shraddha mantras also, I think so, they are doing, I do not know. For everything recorded one only. If I ask, chant the sloka, they play the, they play mantras, Guru Stotram. Why can't you chant? Why to put that one? And why can't you call mantra priest to chant that mantras? That is not good, putting a recording of Nadaswaram and mantras and pujas, like recorded mantras. This is not our culture. You have to call your priest, that vibration, the person, a live person should come, and you have to give dakshina sufficiently to his wish, then only it gives lot of phalam. This is one meaning of dakshina. But what Lord Krishna says here? Lord Krishna says, Jnana Sandeshaha. You have to give dakshina when you take, even Taitri Upanishad says, Acharyaya Priyandhanamahritya. May you give sufficient Gurudakshina to your Guru after completing your education in the Gurukulam, it is said. That dakshina is different. Giving, offering some type of Gurudakshina to Guru, or any sort of, any form of dakshina is can be given to the Guru. Here Krishna says, Jnana Sandeshaha. Whatever you have received the teaching from the Guru, if you share with your family members or relatives or friends or some people, near dear people, that is real Gurudakshina, Krishna says. Jnana Sandeshaha. Propagate. Propagate what you have received from the Guru. Why to keep inside? Share with others, talk with others. That is real Gurudakshina to my Guru. How much valuable teaching my Guru is giving, what am I doing? Am I talking to someone? My children, at least my grandchildren, am I communicating them? To my family members, at least, to my friends, try that. Jnana Sandesha is a real propagation of the Shastra teaching. Whatever I have received from my Guru is a real Guru Darshana to the Guru. Then only Guru Sishya Parampara will continue more in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.